where's Tosh? I thought he'd be here by now.
But apologies, the noise there.
I thought you... Sir, we have an
From the
incoming
drinking.
transmission. It's highly encrypted.
I kind of just do it. I don't even think about it. Sorry.
Well, well. The infamous Jim Raynor.
You should have told me what...
Are you sure it's wise to unleash the specters? Oh. Oh, right. They are uncloaked. Yes. This is not a game. Tosh will die. Well, actually, do want to see the kill me.
Better send some body bags.
May 196. Name redacted. Occupation redacted. Criminal records. Multiple charges of murder. Multiple charges of violence against a Dominion official. Perjury, escape attempt, crimes against humanity, cannibalism. Sentence. Life sentence. Maximum security. And that's the guy, one of the people we're leaving out.
Better send some body bags.
You have to keep them near Tosh, but
Better send some body bags.
can I do it without that? Without. Awesome. Alright, the map is correct. Access code. So often they get to fire back on me. That's annoying. This place feels familiar. I do believe from experience that there's switches in place to prevent prisoners from escaping. Just get ready for an explosive ending. Got that. Right. My head's going numb. Yeah, I'm gonna call it here, folks. I sincerely hope you've enjoyed this, and I do hope you join me again soon. If there's anything at all you'd like to tell me, please let me know in the comment section below. This has been an interesting custom campaign so far. It's been interesting. Very different. It's, well, very modded. Excuse me, modded campaign. I separate like this out from something like Odyssey or Thoughts and Chaos, um, Antioch Chronicles. Um, those are custom campaigns, a true fan campaign. This is also a fan campaign, but it's a modded version of an official campaign. I'm trying to denote it as modded instead. It's more accurate. So, I hope you've enjoyed, and I hope you join me again soon. If there's anything at all you'd like to tell me, please let me know in the comment section below. Do keep in mind one detail though. 23rd of the 8th, 25. That's when I'm recording this. You know when I made this whole return to these? We're looking back on the 3rd month. We're looking back at March. See? This is when I did it sometime last year. And then this was my return to it. 3rd of March, the 18th of 3rd, 25. I recorded 6 months of footage in that month time. Actually, I think I recorded over that. And I only rendered out so much, 6 months of it. I dealt with so much footage and it ended up being like 6 months. So yeah. Basically, simply put, by the time this comes out, it's very likely, near guaranteed, that it's going to be sometime in 26. So, just keep that in mind, basically. Just simply, feel free to tell me whatever you like, but just do keep in mind that this is... This is being recorded well in advance. Just keep that in mind. Thank you. Just want to avoid any hard feelings, you know? So, yeah, I think that's it. Or was I not clear enough on that point? Basically, I'm recording all this stuff well in advance. When I made that return to it and did a bit more of the Wings of Liberty co-op, it had the Tosh DLC. Not the co-op, Wings of Liberty with allies, it had the Tosh DLC, those little tree custom missions. I did that back in March. All the footage you got up to, I think it's actually into October, all came from that month in March. Sorry, I'm forgetting my months. March and April. That all came from then. A month period within that, within those 2 months. It all came from then. And so everyone I've recorded afterwards, and there's a bit of background noise that distracted me for a moment, and my head's after. Basically, one bit was the interesting trivia. Hey, oh, my return to it, that went on for many months, that was all recorded in the span of a month. And I've even more recorded thereafter. So by the time you get to see this, it's likely going to be 2026. Going by how that initial month went, if I have equivalent amount of footage or even half as much, it's liable to hit into sometime in 2026. So just, avoid any hard feelings and whatnot. It's stuff's just been recorded well in advance. So, till next time, folks. I hope you've enjoyed. My head's just fried right now. I just need to take a break and do something else. So, yeah, apologies for being a bit scatterbrained there. Apologies. I do hope I made sense. There was a 6-month period. I started recording them in March, continued it into April. I took that a snapshot of my footage, and maybe it was that whole. I'm not sure how much I took, but I got through a few hundred sub-sessions, checked them, edited them, turned them into episodes, put them out to you. It ended up covering 6 months of footage. It's still ongoing right now. It's ending in October. So, and I'm not sure, is it early or late October, but it's ending sometime in October. And even while I was putting those up, I was recording more and more. So eventually I did get distracted away from this, but I do have a hell of a backlog of it. As long as I can stay on top of it, which is a question, but as long as I stay on top of it, I'm not going to run out of any footage for you. But even then, this was probably going to come out in 2026. So it's just something to keep in mind. Like, you may want to, oh, you should go do this, you should do that. Here's an answer to this, here's an answer to that. I'll put it another way. I put out a Demon Souls video ages back. I've been meaning to get back to it, and I'm making progress on a little bit of bonus stuff that I need to do before I can release it. But someone would, get good noob to me because of my difficulties in World 4. I'd already beaten the game at that point. I'd actually already 100%ed the game at that point. So it was a little, they're a little late on that. Huh, this is a new track, I don't recognize this. But yeah, so, if you have advice or jeering, it's gonna be a bit late by the time this comes out. I'll be, hopefully, long since done with this. So, here's hoping. So, till next time, folks. I think I was coherent enough there. Sometimes I just get paranoid and start just cycling. I think it's best to just cut my losses here and move on, eh? Hell yeah. Ooh. Let us continue, folks. This is not a game. Tosh will die. So let us continue this. Though, I don't think I can continue from here. I think I need to restart and keep those medics alive. They die if they're not by Tosh. Though they'll die if Tosh brings them too far. I'm not sure like how it works. It may be like a timer. You know, if they are near Tosh for 10 seconds, 20 seconds, then one dies. And I don't know how long that's for. Is it for the whole map or just that opening section? I think it's safe to... I think it's reasonable to say it's the whole thing. Then again, maybe it's an issue of us observing. Remember, like with the statues? Maybe that's more it. If I was to take my eyes off them but keep them near Tosh, they may also drop dead. Two hits to kill a Marine. How aggressive can I be here since I have the two medics? Because they can heal each other. Maybe I should have left the thing up so Tosh could tank. Because right now all they see are the medics. Medics. I also wonder if it applies to the these guys. You know, do I have to keep them close? Also not entirely sure how I can deal with up here. I wonder if I can mind blast them. Oh, I just killed a hostile ghost. Huh. That's interesting. Is that who was killing the medics and stuff? Or who was that? Well, the flamer just killed it. I swear the perdition turrets, when I had them before, didn't have an AoE to their attack. Or maybe they were just cleaving things. I was hoping for them to cleave things that they couldn't cleave. If we're going that way, let's check over here. I thought that was standalone. Cell code. There's puzzles you cannot solve yet. You have to get to all in, then double back. Though I don't know, I don't have a clue what's what. I don't know where that shot came from. Yeah, thank you. Leave them there for the moment. Okay, I think the tank is down here.
Not enough energy.
Side shield is the answer. Can't forget I have it. My instinct is to try and blitz. Ugh, tease. That will possibly bite.
We could use some help here.
God damn it. I heard the gunfire.
Not enough energy.
I'm not sure how near they need to be, but I could bait them here. Back around. think the thing is just here. So when the siege tank fires, basically I can't see the above ground, the high ground detection. I also can't fire onto the high ground. So box C unlocked. Get past. There's like 100 damage a shot. Straight on Siegebreaker. Better hit medics. Get slightly more life, energy. Take this out in a moment. What matters more is up here. Group up. Lost the Marine, but small price to pay for actual progress. Huh. Didn't actually need to even go over here. In which case, we'll leave and leave the Siegebreaker to rot. Cell box C has been opened. Not sure where that is. Cell code. We learn on from his debts. It would be shitty security if 196 is the answer, but let's see. 1, 2. No. Yeah, it would be shitty security if literally the code for the, the door code is literally the cell number, but chancing my arm. Wait, cell block C. Hell yeah. Let's double back to up here. Ooh. I can get more troops here.
Not enough energy.
Ghosts, Skeevy's Angels, and Warpigs. I want to say I played a Warcraft 3 thing with a unit called Skeevy's Angel in it.
Not enough energy.
Where's my backup?
I want to do more damage to them before I actually start the fight. I also need to actually use my Spectre's abilities. If I start off with enough, it'll be fine. One more application. Excuse me. One more.
Where's my backup?
There we go. And more medics. Did lose a Spectre in that, but still. That was cell block B. Very dramatic music. I am worried about the provenance of some of these tracks. Like, if it's, like, royalty-free stuff, then it's fine. But I just don't recognize it all. And I wonder if it is... like, they credit Blizzard. But they don't credit anyone else. And, like, a lot of tracks I just don't recognize. So it's either me not recognizing them flatly, maybe they're from the newer WoW expansions. Or maybe they're from stuff I didn't do enough. I found a lot of WoW music just took place in the background and I didn't even notice it, really. Or maybe I'm just worried it's from something I can't have in a video. So if you end up not hearing anything in the background, or if the audio is weirdly, like, you know, pruned, that's why. It's something I can't have in there. I got, like, a claim on it or something. And I chose to, like, play defensively because of it. Not sure if that made sense. Basically, they only credited Blizzard for their custom music in here. So it's seemingly a WoW song. I think they specified WoW. But I don't recognize it as a WoW song. So I'm worried it's actually something else. I'm worried it's actually from a movie or something. As people have used movie tracks before. And I just don't want it biting me on the ass. Like, I remember checking one custom campaign. They did actually use custom music, but they mixed it in with everyone else. Like, they were crediting people for models, for encouraging them to work, encouraging them on the project, assisting in various ways, and then, you know, like, not the band, but Dream Evil in the middle of that. And so I'll be skimming through everything, and hidden in there was the band's name. I had to ask, and I think they were annoyed I didn't find it myself. But again, it was mixed in with like 40 other names. I wasn't going to see it. It was just a paragraph of, you know, Tom, Frank, Sally, Jim, you know, but internet handles, you know. I wasn't going to find that. But basically what I'm trying to say is sometimes people are a little obscure when it comes to the custom material. So it just ends up having me paranoid about it. They only credited Blizzard, so hopefully that's the be-all and end-all of it, but I'm so paranoid right now because I don't actually recognize the tracks. That, just on the off chance they only credited Blizzard but had used more, it just has me paranoid. But again, it's perfectly possible that I just don't recognize the tracks, and that's the end. That's all it is. Death will find them soon after. Huh. Alright. Seemed to have gotten everything I could get. Was this the way I was meant to go? No, there was somewhere else that was... No, everything else that was locked had a... wanted it... No, I'm going back. Doubling back on myself. Okay, this way. Basically, just the point I was trying to make was that like they did credit Blizzard, but since I'm not IDing some of the tracks, I'm paranoid that they basically just didn't credit someone else. Like I've dealt with other people before. I've tried to deal with other custom campaigns before where they were obtuse and effectively hid the names of the copyrighted. They hid the names of the bands within a list of a ton of other people. When I skimmed through, I couldn't pick the names out because it's just like, you know, Unicorn Killer 78, Zargo Tracks 89. You know, the band's names are being mixed in with like 30 other Ds. You know, it's your eyes are just gonna blur right past. So it just ends up having me paranoid in case, well, I don't want to get a copyright strike on my videos. Happened before, but I'm just terrified of losing my account. Completely paranoid. So, apologies. You'll just have to tolerate that. Mm, 6 range. Better than a Marine, worse than a Ghost. I think that's actually improved over the normal Spectre. Like, huh. I swear Tasha's lines were garbled. But you know the like harsh like just shadows here and behind you. It really adds to a foreboding sense. It's well done. All right.
Not
Come on.
not enough energy. Not enough energy.
Okay, if I linger a mo, I can grab some more. The Marauders are great for this. And actually, you know, the Hellbats don't actually have that much more health than a Marauder does. And they have less armor. I suppose the only advantage of a Hellbat is that their melee range. They run up closer to the enemy. It's the range issue then. Ooh, prisoners. I guess the barracks are meant to be like, you know, the guard rooms. And oh, Jesus Christ. You know, guard rooms, prisoners breaking out and stealing the guards' equipment. It makes more sense than standard New Folsom, where, you know, they break out and steal armored vehicles. Jesus. Started dying straight off.
Not enough energy.
So many ravens. And as far as I can tell, there's no way to deactivate them. Or, like, to hinder them from elsewhere. Like with a lot of these traps. With a lot of traps in this kind of thing. Like I remember in, like, StarCraft 1, you could turn off some automated defenses elsewhere. And, like, there's a corridor of autoguns. If you instead go to a security room, you can turn them off. Thankfully, it's on this side. One sec. Hey, folks. I thought I heard creaking, as if someone was moving around, but when I went outside, there was nothing. Oh, I never paused. Whoops. When I went outside, there was nothing. Maybe it was the cat going around and the floorboards are just that damn bad. But thought it was a person. So, yeah, that's worrying. Alright. Pull back. Run. Okay, took some losses, but that went better than you'd expect, given how
Not enough energy.
that's obnoxious. Annoying. Sorry, hearing that creaking threw me off. Then again, we hear creaking in the attic the whole time. Swear once I heard something fall. I only peeked outside my door. Think I might go for a look around, make sure. Well, since I heard the creaking just from outside, I only checked outside, you know. But I'm gonna check elsewhere. Hey folks, and I'm back. Yeah, the coast was clear. It's all fine. Come on, group up. With my group so big, I'm getting paranoid that people at the edges might just end up dying. Especially how long it can take them to filter through doors. That's not the sound you want to hear. That's someone cloaking, and the only one who would cloak or uncloak, would have been an enemy there. It's a minor. Kind of tuned out there. I was still thinking of the cloaking. I do wish they did the thing from Warcraft 3 to like make it so your units move at the speed of the slowest guy. It's useful. Not sure why they don't have it. A little distracted, skin's crawling at the moment. Spectre cell unlocked. Probably the one we're here to rescue, mentioned in the fatality report. Oh. I hosted them. It's freezing right now. Not sure what... Oh, we're in. I have no idea what any of that means. Oh, I remember someone mentioning a trail of Vespine. They respawn. What happens on self-destruction? Okay, yeah, the self-destruct is not winnable. Uh, sorry, I went quiet there. Yeah, no, it's apparently not winnable. No matter what you do, you lose there.
Let's get down to business.
So yeah, Tasha's gone.
Lots of folks ready to fight. For the right thing.
I ain't working.
Hmm. Probably not going to use those. I do like the idea of the Reapers, especially given the tweaks they've gotten.
Seems you're